and Mr. David Egan, who is speaking in just a moment. So let me tell you a little bit about David. He's an advocate and a volunteer leader who promotes the causes of people with intellectual disabilities, including Down syndrome. He has had more than 20 years of competitive employment, and he has a career of advocacy at the local, state, national, and international levels. He's the first person with an intellectual disability to be a Joseph P. Kennedy Jr. Foundation Public Policy Fellow, and he worked on Capitol Hill. He's also a Special Olympics athlete and a Sargent Shriver International Global Messenger. He has addressed our own NICHD-NIH Advisory Council, and he's been an active participant in NIH research projects related to Down syndrome pretty much since he was a baby. We are very pleased to welcome him today, and he is also a published author of a book, More Alike Than Different, My Life with Down Syndrome. So join us in welcoming Mr. David Egan to give us a call to action.
So how's everyone doing today? Good. How was your morning? Good. All right. Thank you, Dr. Parisi. Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be here among you all, junior and senior medical professionals and researchers who care about Down syndrome. Thank you, NIH, for the increased funding to better understand the Down syndrome condition and improve our lives. When I was young, I needed to go to the hospital to have my tonsils taken out. I asked my mother if they would take away the Down syndrome thing too. She said it will be with you all your life, but does not stop you from having dreams and being successful. She was right. My disability should not be an obstacle to a healthy journey and a rewarding life. As you well know, in the 70s, when I was born, perceptions and realities were not so positive. Individuals with Down syndrome were not seen as capable of learning and having a life like everyone else. That was a myth. We were not expected to live beyond the age of 25. That was a sad truth. But thanks to research and advances in the medical field, we are living longer. However, it is not enough to live long. We need to prosper. Quoting Science Officer Spock, our quality of life is important. I am 46 years old. I'm looking back at 1977, when I was born. It was almost impossible to believe that someone like me will be fully included. A Special Olympics athlete, competitively employed, a Joseph P. Kennedy Jr. Public Policy Fellow, an author and advocate. I'm one of many people of my generation who are proof that expectations for us have changed deeply. What seemed impossible on the day I was born is thankfully now a possibility. While we have made some progress, there's more work to be done, especially in research. Clinical trials, and ultimately the daily health care of individuals with Down syndrome. We need doctors in every state in the United States and all over the world that specialize in caring for individuals like me. I strongly believe that Down syndrome does not define me as a person. While I share in the condition with an extra chromosome, Down syndrome is not who I am. It's part of who I am. I have aspirations, dreams, feelings, challenges, and successes like everyone else. I also share in the same humanity like anyone else, with or without a disability. As I say in my book, we are more alike than different. We contribute in our community, and thanks to our extra chromosome, we may have the clues for researchers and discover cures that would help all of us, those without a disability, to eradicate many diseases like sleep apnea, Alzheimer's, and much more. I want you to know that I am no stranger to research and researchers. Early in my childhood, my family and I volunteered at the Weisman Center at the University of Wisconsin. I am featured in 2 chapters of the obstetric nursing textbooks. Previous editions did not have pictures of individuals with Down syndrome. The students at the nursing school will listen to my heart that makes loud noises, and researchers from the center will feel my fine and gross motor skills every month. Later, my dad and I volunteered for the stem cell research at the Weisman Center, funded by the National Institutes of Health. Also, for the past 4 years, my brother, Mark, and I volunteered for the NIH Include ABCDS study in Pittsburgh on Alzheimer's. I serve on the DS Consortium. I'm DS connected. And I promote research, education, advocacy, core health. You participate through my Reach Up campaign. We need to be involved in the basic research and the clinical trials so that the science can make advances and translate into our daily healthy living. I shared those thoughts at the United Nations in New York City this past March 21st, promoting health equality for all. We need the healthcare system to take us seriously. We need clinics that specialize in Down syndrome in every state. We urgently request that government and insurance companies establish those specialty clinics and allow reciprocity of care across states. We need to change the world, and together we can make it happen by advocating for all of us. We can build a society that does not exclude, but rather includes. This is a call to action. In closing, I will leave you with one thought. Are you ready? Usually being up here this high, I can't hear everybody. Being healthy is a goal for every person on this earth, including individuals with Down syndrome. Let us imagine the possibilities and dream with me of a world where people with disabilities are included in research clinical trials and ultimately have access and receive the best health care, services like everyone else. Thank you for being here, and I wish you a great day of interesting exchanges that will lead to improving the lives of us all. Thank you, NIH. Thank you, Dr. Parisi. Thank you to all of you here and all the teams and researchers focusing on Down syndrome. I'm hopeful that we are going to make progress ensuring good health care to all regardless of birth condition, disability, race, or socioeconomic status. Thank you. Thank you all.
I kind of like the extra lift there. That's nice for all of us. We're kind of short. Thank you so much, David. We appreciate your words and your call to action. And now,
on behalf of Dr. Jack Digiovanna from Valsera and Seven Bridges, and now, the last but not the least, Dr. Adam Resnick from Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And welcome all of them. And David Egan, Mr. David Egan will introduce the DCC team. Welcome. Sorry, I will say we may not have time for a Q&A. However, we have a night reception hosted by the Data Coordinating Center tonight at Hyatt Hospital. Hyatt Hotel.
How's everyone doing? Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. I am David Egan, a man with Down syndrome who advocates for research. It's an honor to introduce to you Dr. Espinoza and his team working on the Include Data Coordinating Center. The DCC is a critical center and a corner piece to ensure that all the researchers can have meaningful projects with real data. As many of you who know me, I'm an avid participant and supporter of research, especially when it's related to Down syndrome issues. I have been involved in research studies for a long time, and I continue to be engaged as a participant and hopefully a beneficiary of the findings and recommendations in the near future. I would like to share with you my thoughts about the importance of research and encourage you to participate and share your data with a data coordinating center. Research advances in the past 40 years have made it possible for us to live longer. But many questions still have no answers, and more research and clinical breakthroughs are needed to improve the quality of our lives. In the past 2 years, after COVID, I've been very sick and lost 85 pounds in a very short time. I was in the hospital 3 times, ending in the intensive cardiac unit with a collapsed lung. I feel better now, and I am on the road of recovery. But I have to tell you that many of the health professionals did not know what was happening to me. Individuals with Down syndrome are often misunderstood, and we need more data to unveil some of the unique health issues that we face. So why should you care and participate in Down Syndrome Include program? I strongly believe that research can play a critical role in our well-being. Good research is an investment that pays off. It may be a long and tedious process. As my parents, who are researchers, explained to me, the discoveries do not translate immediately into remedies. It takes time and a team to take the science from the lab into the market and in the homes of those who need it. When I turned 40 6 years ago, I wonder what the future will look like. While we have made some progress in the acceptance of people with intellectual disabilities, and our quality of life has greatly improved, we still have no answers on preventing or curing heart defects, Alzheimer's, and other diseases or barriers to healthy living. We have not yet explored how we can continue to grow neurons in the brain, improve memory, cognition, learning, and increase our well-being. So we all need to be active participants in that process. Research has always been important to me and my family. I am involved in the NIH efforts, and I participated in the DS Connect project in its early beginnings. Research into the human condition is an amazing subject. It is a field that is of high interest to me and to all of us as we thrive for a better quality of life. It matters to all of us, with or without a disability. In my book, More Like Than Different, I have a full chapter highlighting how research in part has shaped my life. And hopefully it will also improve all of our lives and that of our loved ones. In fact, our quality of life and that of many others with and without Down syndrome could be improved with further research from the womb to the grave. I think research is needed, and the extra chromosome may unlock discoveries that benefit not only those with Down syndrome, but all of us. I'm not asking scientists to change me. I am comfortable with who I am. Anything that can give us an edge to lead fulfilling lives is worth pursuing. I want you to join me and Dr. Espinosa in these efforts. We are hoping to getting you fired up and ready to participate. Remember that we, the people with Down syndrome, do matter, and we need your participation. And this is the call to action. Are you ready to engage and share? Are you?
Yes.
Just checking. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Espinosa, a leading scientist in our community who will give us more insights into the research efforts and the key contributions from the NIH Data Coordinating Center. In the name of all individuals who share with me an extra chromosome and all of their families, I would like to thank Dr. Espinosa and his team. Please join me in welcoming the leader of the Data Coordinating Center and my friend, Dr. Espinosa.